It's been a minute since I've seen you. You know, Dad, since all three are here, I could make that how I afford 4 things at 18 or 19, that really cruddy video everyone makes.
Jim.
A lot of people were wondering, though, why these things are still here. There's the trans, by the way. But a lot of people were wondering why these two are still here. The reasoning behind it is both the Corvette and the bike at the same time are going to be picked up by the new owner, Chris. He's going to send a truck, and they're all going to come here, and they're going to pick it up. When? Don't exactly know, but that's not the topic of the video. The topic of this video is this. I sound a bit jittery and tired because I had 2 shots of espresso within the last 2 hours, like 2 double shots. And I just got home off a plane at like 7 in the morning. This morning, it's like 8 now, I got home. But the reason we're making a video right now is because this is the back of the Corvette. Looks, you know, sexy as per usual. Crooked tips, as per usual. But that is the problem there. Y'all know exactly what that is.
That would be none other than the diff leaking. I don't know why it's leaking. I don't know what the issue is. It might have something to do with my drag strip racing a couple weeks ago. But yeah, I'm gonna take this thing to Paul and he's gonna look at it real quick and hopefully tell me it's just something that didn't get tightened down all the way or something that came loose or not that my diff is blown up again.
But as I was saying, I just got back home. I was at SEMA for a few days and, you know, there's been a lot of traveling within the last couple days. So I'm really, really happy to be home. I feel like shit, but I am happy to be home. And I want to answer this now and clear this up before I get going here. The call out video, which a lot of people are like, when is it coming out? What are you doing with it? I did film the call out video and it is coming out soon. I should have it done by the 6th. Now that I've said that, it's probably gonna be later, but the 6th. Count on the 6th. How's it going, Dad?
Okay.
You're close enough to the curb, Dad. We play this game every single time we park so you can get closer to the curb. You got it. You're fine. Oh, the heads-up display does work. Oh, I didn't believe you. You okay? All right, I'm gonna get going. Cold start.
Please do not be an ass.
I'm not gonna be an ass. Watching the footage back, it makes me just, you know, be glad that the diff didn't break right there on the spot because it was pretty bad. But we're gonna find out what's wrong with it. Also, there's a couple other things that weren't 100% fixed on this car when it was first done. One being the cigarette lighter, we forgot to plug it back in. So Valentine 1 is not currently on. But then the other problem is, I think when we reset some of the codes that the car was throwing, once we put it down on the lift, because we were testing it in the air and with the traction control on, so the car got upset. Right now, when you open the door with the key not being in the car, it just goes ding, 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 as if the key is in the car, which it's not. So that we need to resolve. I don't know what the issue is, but I'm sure Paul will figure it out. But I will see you guys at Faster Automotive. Okay, Faster Automotive, after hours. But work never rests. Thank you, Paul. I appreciate it. Thank you for seeing me. You didn't have to, but I appreciate it. So the wheels are chalked off for anybody who's just like, why are you jacking up the rear? But either way, so we're gonna look at this, and those tips are so crooked.
I fixed them!
Look at them now.
That's because you broke them.
Oh, I broke them.
It's your fault.
Yeah, it's my fault.
They were straight when it left.
Really?
Yes.
I'm waiting for you to look under there and just go, oh, geez.
Let's see.
Do you want, the wheels are locked. Do you want me to unlock them? All right, unlocking wheels. Wheels unlocked. Them sticky tires, I'm gonna change them today.
They got a little hole in your axle boot here.
A little hole in my exit boot?
Axle boot. So it's flung a little bit of grease out.
So what does that mean?
It's fine for right now. But you know, eventually we're gonna have to replace that boot or the axle.
So that's what's causing the leak, or?
No. That's completely different. I'm
Shit.
just noticing.
So we have figured out the problem. Thank God it wasn't that bad, but turns out I need, what is it, an outer tie rod on the driver's side?
Yeah.
So that needs to be replaced soon, but that doesn't matter because we figured out what the leak was. And what was the leak, Paul? It was the greatest thing in the world.
It was 1 a.m. and your fill plug was loose.
I'm glad that's all it was.
Hello, so that's a plus.
Yeah, I mean, that saves me. Like, I was thinking a diff was blown again, but thank God that was all it was. So that's fixed now.
It's a tired technician that was working 14 hours. And, you know,
This is why I love you, Paul. Faster Automotive.
but I
He's
checked
amazing.
over everything under there and there's nothing else loose. So I did a good job.
Cool. Thanks, Paul. So now the last two things we needed to troubleshoot, if possible, we needed to plug back in because the center console, we forgot to plug the cigarette lighter back in, and then also the dinging of when the door is open.
Yeah, I have to look in. I might just plug the scan tool and go like, erase everything, forget anything ever happened.
And then hopefully that fixes it.
Hopefully.
The most significant fix, in my opinion, that we did today was the window.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, that was hilarious. So earlier I didn't mention it, but when you drive at like 60 miles an hour, you would hear like, as if the door wasn't closed all the way, like a rattling. Well, it turns out the reason for that was because the weather stripping wasn't tucked in all the way correctly. It was the roof was sitting on top of the weather stripping.
Yeah.
We just fixed that. Thank you, Paul. But I was just like, why is this couldn't be right? This car doesn't have that high a mileage, but yeah, it's fixed now. So we're good. So now we just gotta fix the other two problems, and the Corvette will be, well, we gotta get new tires, but besides that, the car's good. So Paul's working on fixing the cigarette lighter, which I don't imagine. Are you just trying to plug it in without taking the whole thing apart?
Yes.
Yeah, I figured as much.
It's a real pain in the ass.
I know. I know.
I'm gonna try this. If I can't get in like 10 minutes, I'm gonna give up and take the whole thing out. I'm trying to do it.
Yeah, see, okay, well, that's one thing. The better thing right here is the 2-liter beater, which I have now put in the air and taken the wheels off. I'm not completely useless. Just examining the exhaust system we got here. We got, a little old stuff. We're missing where is it? Missing a bolt right there, but that bolt is not important. We got a couple dents right up in here, but that also isn't important. But what the best part about all of this is what these license plates are doing here. Is that this is not some transporter shit where he's got spare license plate. This is, what is it, Paul?
Well, that used to hold up my intercooler.
The fucking thing that's holding up the intercooler.
When I had one.
When you had it.
Back when I was turbo, but my turbo fell off a lot, so I gave up. Like 410 turbo manifold, the bolts never stayed in. And then the wastegate cracked and broke off. I'm like, well, I'm going back to NA. It was fun while it lasted.
What are you doing?
Burning off your clutch?
Well, besides that, what else were you doing?
Oh, I was just saying how far this moves. It's kind of like, I had an automatic, it's for engine mounts. It's called a word. And it's power braking.
Power braking? Okay.
Basically, you put the brake and give it gas, and it'll make the engine torque.
Oh, okay.
That
So
way.
it's like loading up the converter.
Yeah, if you load up the converter and you put the foot on the brake and give it gas, and it kind of helps lift the engine.
Sure.
If it's a bad engine mount, the whole, like I've seen where the engine goes. Whoop.
So in this case, when I saw you revving it when it was not in gear, it was moving a bit.
Yeah.
Was that wrong? Bad? Good? Okay.
It moves a little bit. I mean, it's always going to move.
Okay.
That's a little more than normal. So, see your rear diff mount.
You think that has to do with it?
Yeah. Well, you have 3 mounts.
Okay.
Your rear diff mount,
Sure.
and you get 2 front. At least,
Oh.
I would assume you have 2 front.
Right.
I don't know. I've not, taken out in the front LS or a Corvette LS, but I've done it on Tahoes, which same engine-ish. But
Be careful what you say before the comment section reams you. So is there any way we can check or correct the diff mount thing? Just tighten them, or?
No. That's a replacement thing.
That's a replacement thing?
Yeah. Which I would recommend you go ahead and do. Like you do like a Holley or Performance rear diff mount, because I'm sure they make them.
They've gotta.
Yeah.
Okay, I'll look into that.
Yeah, get one and it should be.
And we can install that at the same time we do the tie rod.
Yeah, actually.
Okay, car's fixed, so I'm gonna go about my day. I might go disturb toes, that seems like a good idea. Or I might not, maybe I'll put on the screen what I end up doing. But yeah, Paul, Faster Automotive, always plug, go check them out, they're good people. But are you ever gonna get this fixed? That's the better question.
Maybe?
But the clickbait Corvette for now is fixed, supposedly for now. So we're gonna, ooh, that booty looks good. But we're gonna now, I don't know where we're gonna go, but we're gonna go somewhere. And one thing I always do for my friends that work on my cars, because I have no idea what I'm doing, I buy them lunch. Oh, whatever the hell they want, and more, usually. Okay, that's enough running around for today. Car's running good, no issues so far. The only thing that's really bothering me about this car, to be 100% honest with you, there's a couple things, but the main things are, one, when we put the tips back on, they're not 100% straight. That's annoying. We need to fix that. Also, the clickbait sticker, this is going to need to be redone at some point, because I mean, if you look, we we did these from Michaels. We bought these stickers at Michaels, and they're not exactly made for cars. Not even remotely made for cars. In fact, I'm gonna hope that when I rip these things off and I use Goo Gone to get rid of them because it leaves residue, I'm gonna hope that it doesn't strip the paint. Just because, it wasn't exactly the best way to put these on. I mean, we were in a hurry. End of story, we were in a hurry. Shouldn't have put those on, should have gotten real stickers made, but it is what it is. I wanted it done for the call out. And a lot of people say, clickbait looks stupid. To say the least, it's comical. I enjoy it, I like it, so I'm gonna fucking keep it on. I'm gonna put a different sticker on, but I'm gonna keep it on. I enjoy it. And the thing is, whatever I end up doing with this, I will make sure that clickbait key tags at some point will be available soon. So watch out for that. That's going to be funny. Speaking of key tags, a word from today's sponsor. Today's video is sponsored by myself. Go look at zfgco.com. If you don't already have a key tag, then I don't know if you're watching any other YouTubers on God's Corvette, because only every YouTuber pushes the crap out of these things. And there's a reason for it. You put these bad boys in your pocket and it makes grabbing your keys so much easier instead of, searching for them or they scratching stuff up. I have these ZFG ones, stands for zero fucks given. They're available in red, they're available in black, and there's other merchandise on the website as well. Go to zfgco.com to pick up your merchandise today. Also, the plan, as I was saying earlier, I'm going to be buying new tires for this car. These are nice. They're very nice. In fact, I'm actually going to put these for sale. I'll put some kind of listing or whatnot in the description or something along those lines. If you're interested in getting these tires, they only have about 750 miles on them, if I'm not mistaken. They are Firestones. What's the name on them? Let's see what we got here. Firestone Firehawk Indy 500 tires. If you're looking for one that has like 750, miles on them, used tire, not abused, absolutely fantastic auto tire. These will hook up. I can guarantee you they will hook up. If you are interested, let me know. I think they're like new. They're like $200 a wheel. I'll charge you make me an offer, $100, or best offer. Also, I don't know if you guys can tell, which I'm sure you can now that I'm pointing it out, but I replaced the dildo shift knob. It's now a ball handle shift knob. I ordered the exact same style as my C4, but it has the C5 logo. So that's there. That's kind of cool. But anyway, now that we're in here, I figured I might as well tell you what I thought of. I made a video talking about, things I kind of wanted to do this car, and the whole point of the video is me saying, I kind of want to drive it the way it is. And that's true. For a little while, I don't really want to do too much crazy stuff to this. A couple people were asking me when you're going to wrap the car, and I thought about it, and to be honest with you, a black car is very, very nice, but I'm already finding trouble trying to, keep it clean. It gets dirty very quickly. But, that's a topic for another day. To be honest, I just want to keep it the way it is right now, enjoy it the way it is right now, and then as I get bored of it, then I'll start doing stuff to it. But in the short term, there's a couple of things that I can guarantee you will happen to this car, and the reason I say guarantee is because the parts are already available. So what I mean by that is, sponsor parts that will be talked about in the future, and then also parts that are waiting for me just to, give the man cash, and then I take the part. For instance, one of the things that I'm going to be doing is the seats
in this car, as comfortable and cush as they are very comfortable. They have absolutely no support in them. You know, when I say no support, I really mean like my C4 seats, they had more support. You know, the bolsterings were much better on those cars. It held you in place much better. These, when you're, shut up phone. These, when you're driving, when you're going fast, you know, allegedly, you know, it doesn't hold you in place very well at all. And actually, I mean, it doesn't really hold you at all. You know, the analogy I've given to a couple people is it's like you're sitting in a lawn chair with leather padding. It doesn't really help. And this is with the bolsters all the way inflated. You know, so, yeah, because you can actually pick how much they're inflated. So mine are inflated all the way, and it still doesn't really provide any support whatsoever. Very comfortable, not great for, you know, drag use or even, you know, just competitive driving. Say I wanted to go to a track, which I genuinely want to do. I'd love to take this car to an auto course, an autocross course. But with these seats, I'm going to be holding onto the wheel for dear life. So I might be putting a set of Corbeau A4s in this car. It's a very popular seat to put in here. It's not too aggressive. It's not crazy, you know, absolutely insane race car status where you can't drive the car for more than 30 minutes without getting out and stretching your back. I want something that's basically as comfortable as the seats that are in here right now, but they provide a bit more support. So Corbeau A4s, they're very nice seats. So I'm thinking I'm going to put those in there because I can get a good deal on one of the sets. I'll talk about that in a future video. But the other thing is a harness. So with getting that, I'm probably also going to get a harness as well. Is it really necessary for daily use? Not really, but you know, I might be doing something with G-Force Racing. That was, you know, Rob Ferretti's, you know, all of his straps and his racing suit actually are from G-Force Racing. I talked to them at SEMA and we might do something, so that will be very cool. I'm going to have to get a harness bar, so I got to figure out what I'm going to do with that. If any of you have a harness bar, let me know in the comments. Or DM me, one or the other. I've said that a lot in the latest videos just because I'm thinking about parts and whatnot, but seriously, if you have anything, please let me know. I'll make you an offer or something. And then the other thing that's going to be happening with this car in the short term, within the next couple of weeks actually, is I'm going to be taking this car to PA. You know, Mike and I are going to race again, you know, probably do a roll race. We'll go to Mexico. And the other thing is Andy, you know, Diablo Formula Racing, obviously, he's going to tune this car. So I want to see what he does with the car. You know, maybe we'll keep the original tune and, you know, make another tune, just see what happens, you know, different, you know, maybe different horsepower, you know, different, you know, range of where the horsepower is made. I don't even know how tuning works. I'm just curious. I want to see what Andy could do. So we'll see what happens. But other than that, yeah, I mean, there's not really anything else I really have a need to do on this car. And then obviously I talked about mufflers earlier. Mufflers need to go on this car. And a bunch of you guys hit me up. I really appreciate that. In terms of the selection I end up doing for this car, that also has bearing on, I talked to a lot of different companies at SEMA, and you can imagine one of them would be an exhaust company. So I want to find out what happens there before I make any final decision on an exhaust. Because I mean, it's just labor, you know, installing, putting in different ones, different axle backs. But, you know, just we'll see what ends up happening. Point being, I'm gonna have to get an exhaust on this, and I also will be getting diverters on this. So like an OTP set of cutouts, just so when I want to, I flip a switch and then all of a sudden the car is loud and fantastic. And when I want to, which is most of the time when I start the car up, I don't kill everybody.
But yeah, thank you guys for watching. I appreciate y'all tuning in. You know what I haven't done in a long time, which I kind of regret? You know, I haven't done a Q&A for a very, very long time. I think the last time I did one was maybe like 10,000 subscribers. So this is what we can do. You know, in the comment section of this video, ask me a question. Besides, I've asked you a million other things. If you're DMing me about parts and whatnot, do that. But if you have a question for me, you know, anything related to either film or, you know, Corvette stuff or my plans or whatever the case is, you know, put the question in the comments below. And then next video, I'll spend a couple minutes or so, you know, answering some of them. See what you guys have to say. I'll pick the best ones, so to speak, or the most relevant ones to you guys, instead of just the hey, how you doing kind of videos. I think at 10,000 subscribers, I made like an hour-long video answering every question. That was a nightmare. I don't want to do that again. That'll do it for today's upload. I will see you guys soon. You know, if I don't post the Q&A video the day afterwards or the next upload, I have a real banger coming for you guys. Oh God, that's gonna be good. Let's just say I got a really bad speeding ticket. Like, I mean, really bad. You know, one that I would have to I could go to jail for. So we'll talk about that in another video. Thank you guys for watching. All of y'all have a fantastic day.